speed and power. Humans have spent thousands of years chasing it, from steam engines to fighter jets, and now FPV drones. This is the Mario Mini 35. The internet says bigger motors equal more power, and because the internet has never been wrong, we're going to test that. Punch out speedruns, vertical climbs, and stuff. Because apparently 1505 motors just weren't big enough. We've decided to fit 1507.5 motors to it. They're heavier, they're thirstier, and it's almost certainly going to upset somebody in the comment section. But according to the internet, this drone should be made better, which means there's only one thing that we should do, and that's ignore all common sense and give it more power. So what should we do then? Well, so while I fit the motors, I began to wonder whether I was actually creating a better drone or simply inventing a more expensive way to crash. Sometimes you gain power, but lose efficiency. Sometimes you gain speed and lose handling. And sometimes you gain absolutely nothing other than a clip like this. Right then, the moment of truth. Now this was really interesting because it definitely felt different. It felt, we can talk about numbers, we can talk about the fact it has a 54% larger stator volume and it kicks harder and flies fast, but the feel was different. It felt more powerful, it felt bigger, it felt more alive, it felt brilliant. The original felt like a sports car, like a hot hatch. With these motors on, it felt like a supercar. Now, there was one issue that I'm going to show you right now. Because of the extra power, the extra kick, the extra performance, you get a false sense of security, and all of a sudden, you hit a tree like this. Yes, that is a tree. Remarkably, the drone itself was fine. Therefore, we was able to continue to be irresponsible until this happened. We found the limit. Not the limit of the motors, not the limit of the manufacturer who makes the motors, not the limit of the frame of the drone, but we found the limit of the ESC because we didn't check the limit of the ESC versus the new motors. You see, the ESC only supports 25 amps, the motors support 30, or the motors pull 30 amps. Therefore, if we look at this picture, you can see we've damaged the drone, and that's why it did that flyaway in that video. And if I haven't shown it, or if you can't remember it, let's watch it again because it is quite funny. Now, there's no damage to the motors, there's no damage to the drone. There's a few bend props and a bit of a damage to my ego. But overall, the drone is absolutely fine. We're going to need to replace the flight controller, though, because of the flight controller, yeah. Well, let's just say it doesn't work anymore. So we found the limit, but we had so much fun doing so. Now, this is a cautionary tale. Every builder should know to check the ESC before they switch the motors over, but I got really excited and I got these new motors and yeah. The rest, as they say, is history. But looking back at some of the old footage, we can see that the good in these motors is we have a better punch. We're a lot lower down in the throttle. We've got more authority and it's more exciting. And that is why we do FPV. The bad, of course, is it is heavier. You will need to find a battery that is no more than 47 grams to stay under that fabled 249 gram weight limit. And with the new motors, it's coming in at 204 grams. So you're going to have to find a LiPo at 46 grams or get some scales that start at minus 100, officer. You've, of course, got more battery drain. It probably flew for about 30 seconds less on the original flight before we broke it. And I may have just started tiny FPV drone barbecue in the middle of a field. Luckily, the fire service are on the way. No, I'm joking. Maybe. The Mario Mini 35 was like giving an espresso to a toddler, or indeed Boy Wonder FPV. It's undeniably more exciting, but eventually it all ends in tears. But let me know in the comments down below if you want me to resurrect this drone with a more robust ESC and do it all over again. YouTube and I have had a chat, and we believe that this is the video that you'll like the most, so watch it and let me know if they're right.